Kill me, I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Fences, the 2016 Oscar-nominated movie starring Denzel Washington and Viola Davis that I finally got a chance to check out, and I gotta say, I didn't really love it. I thought it was, there was parts of it that were extremely well done. This movie is nominated for Best Actor and Best Supporting Actress, and I do understand where both of them got their nominations from, because I think for the way the parts were written, they both did an expert job. And you can tell that they have like really some history with these characters. Like I did, the one thing I knew about this movie was that it was based on a play, and I went into it knowing that, and I went into it knowing that the two actors that were the main characters in the movie had played the roles on like Broadway or whatever on the stage, let's see, like that. And you could tell, you feel like there's some, like they have bring some real gravitas to the role, and they feel like they're really interested in playing the parts to the nth degree, and you know, I appreciate that about it. I respect this movie in a lot of fashions, but there's things about it that this just didn't hit the mark for me. Like I said, I knew it was based on a play, and it really feels like to me like when they decided to make this movie, they didn't want to do anything to disrespect the person who wrote the original play, and just kept almost everything as is, and as such everything is played to the nines. Like I know that there's a concept in this on the stage where, you know, you have to really kind of overly emote everything so that the people on the back row can feel it as well, and that makes sense for me for like the stage that you're on, and like the media that you're trying to get across, right? Like obviously it's not media, that's not the right proper word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. Like where you're trying to, the way in which you're trying to tell the story, that makes perfect sense. But it doesn't really work for film, and as a result, the way the movie is written, because it's written so much like a play, there's no subtlety to it whatsoever in my view. Like there's no peaks and valleys. Like every character throughout the entire movie is like right there, right? Like if there's a line, if a character's saying a line, they are emoting the hell out of this thing, right? Like even like there's a sequence partway through the movie, and this is no spoilers, where Denzel Washington's character enters the scene, and he is about as happy as you see him in this entire movie. And then by the end of the movie, the end of the scene, I should say, he's given this speech about his childhood, about how his terrible childhood, and he's doing it like with equal passion, and it comes out of nowhere, and there's no real like there's no it's like literally like every character in this movie has some kind of emotional problems and has no ability to regulate their emotions, and just if they're upset by anything, they're not upset, like they're like, oh my god. And like the other thing too is the way that this is written is every single line in this movie is extremely enthralling. Like, don't get me wrong, this movie definitely has its strengths. Like I said, I do respect it, and there are definitely things about it that I think are marvelous. And one of the things that's marvelous is it does feel extremely enthralling throughout, because every line feels like it really matters, and the way they deliver every line is like life and death to a certain degree. And so it's kind of got this rat-a-tat, constantly moving momentum that is something that you kind of buy into, and you do end up caring about these characters by the end. And like I do think that this movie definitely deserves praise. I just don't think nearly as much praise as it gets, because like every single line in this movie almost is written like it's this great moment of revelation, and that they come to this moment of epiphany with every line, and every single thing that people say, they're trying to get they're trying to get their entire character across to everybody else in the room. Like it's not just, you know, there's not like, oh, what are you doing Tuesday, or like there's not a moment of like of relaxation. Like there's a couple moments of like revelry in the movie where people are happy to be amongst each other, but even those moments, like they're not just talking about like, you know, like there's a moment where they're kind of shooting the shit about baseball, and the all of a sudden out of nowhere, there's the character's like he's furious by what the other one says and shuts him right on, and it's this moment where you get to understand the dynamic between the two, that he won't ever let anything go, and one of the major plot points of the movie, and this is revealed extremely early on, so I don't consider this a spoiler, is that the father, Denzel Washington player, Denzel Washington's character used to be a baseball player, but like every single line is 100% like either exposition or character development or like the plot of the movie being moved forward. There isn't any wasted space, and as a result, it gives you this kind of artificial feeling of investment. But at the same time, there's this kind of barrier that it never really gets to any point in this movie where things really feel real. I mean, I think the story that is being told itself does feel very real and I think it's something that a lot of families probably went through over the years, and that part of it is done great. And I love, like, the reason why the movie is called Fences, I'm not going to say why, but I thought that was really, really well done, and I can really see why the play is such a celebrated play, because you can really see like the bones of an amazing story here. I just really think in order to get this to the next level, that there needed to be some level of, editing, and I don't mean editing like scenes. I mean like more like they needed to recognize that this was a completely different medium than what the story had been told on before, and needed to be told in a different way. And I don't think that was ever something that they realized, or if they did realize, that they ever felt like they could do something about, probably out of respect for the original writer, who I do know. I did look at it after the fact, and he wrote the screenplay as well. And all the respect to him, because he clearly wrote an amazing story, but I don't think they should have been as precious with it as they were. And I think that the fact that they did was to the detriment of the movie. That's my opinion on Fences, and let me know if you've seen it, what you thought in the comments below. And please, if you know anything about the play, let me know, because I don't really know that much about the play. I mean, I could look into it, but I think it'd be really fun to kind of have a back and forth with people if anybody did know anything about it. And please hit that like button. It does amazing things for my channel. It gets YouTube to put my thoughts on movies in front of people, and that's just something I absolutely love. And if you are new to this channel, please hit subscribe. It means the world to me. I love talking to people about movies. I'd love it if you were one of those people. So other than that, have yourself a nice day.